What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, NBA show from SBR. Make sure you guys go to sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out all the articles and NBA content we have over there. I'm your host, Jay Money. That's my guy, Jordan Sharp. That's my guy, Junior Browne. We're here to break down these games. Thursday, we're gonna break down. It's only one game today, so we're gonna go ahead and throw in Friday's game as well. Make it a 2-for-1. You dig what I'm saying? What's up, Jordan? Everything good with you?
Yeah, I can't complain too much, I guess. 1-on-1 on the show plays yesterday. I'll start with the good. Other than when Taylor Jenkins messed up and took Jonas Valanciunas out of the game for too long of a stretch there in the second quarter to let the Grizzlies lead there to slip away. That was a fun win last night for Memphis. So that one felt good. Unless you, obviously there was, depending on what line you got, a lot of people pushed on that game as well if you got the 4. But I ended up getting the win on that one on the -3. And then the bad yesterday, obviously, the Lakers just really weren't ready to play. And Jay Money and I were talking about this before the show. It's just it's hard to predict when that switch is going to be flipped on and off for the Lakers to start games. They better start having it on and ready to go, though, from here on out, or that's not going to cut it for them against the Phoenix Suns. And I know a lot of people, I think, are very interested in what we and others have to say about that series. So 1-on-1 for me on the show plays, but so can't complain too much, but did lose a little bit of the vig yesterday. How about you over there, Moneybags, Junior Browne?
That's funny. I went 3-0 yesterday, 5-0 so far after the 2 days. Just trying to keep it going. You guys already know the betting gods will smack you in the face anytime you get too excited about a winning streak. So just trying to keep it going tonight. Very interested in your guys' opinion. I'm glad Jordan touched on the Suns because I'm watching that Lakers-Warriors games as a Suns fan. I'm not a Suns fan, but as someone just invests in the Suns so much, and I'm like, I like what I see. I think the Suns could actually get to the second round here. And if I'm going to be honest, if I'm Utah, I wouldn't be too excited about playing the Warriors. I really wouldn't. So just interested to hear what Jay Money got to say. So let's throw it over to the host with the most.
Yeah, the Jazz won't have too many problems with the Warriors. I mean, they're a good team, but the Jazz, they're like the Warriors on crack or something. You know what I'm saying? Like they shoot threes, they make them at a higher clip. Light years better defense. They have a bunch of guys that throw at Curry. That it won't be any of that bullshit like last night. He's getting double, triple team as soon as he crosses half court. But they have some guys over there. Schroeder has been the best guard. He has held Curry to the list of points as far as like just guard him this year. So just be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, Lakers, they end up losing the first half. They didn't cover the first quarter or the first half. But obviously, I mean, Lakers' second half was a really strong look. Possibly even catch them at a live line. You know they're going to show some juice there in that third quarter. Outscored the Warriors 35-24. It's a whole new game after that. It's like, you know, the Lakers, when they cut it down to 2 or something like that, you know they finna come in here and win this game. I think they started off the fourth quarter 8-0 run. You see what I'm saying? So they got it together at the right time, and that's the type of team that the Lakers are. They really just want to go and win the game. They don't really care about covering spreads, blow out anything. A 1-point win is good for them. So they get the job done. But hey, if you took Warriors trifecta, you cashed all 3 of them, my guy, even full game. And it's crazy because I could have seen the Lakers win that one, but not cover. That's exactly what happened. LeBron with a nice little late 3 there. They get it done, 103 to 100 there. And then the Grizzlies guys, I'm watching this game. I say, boy, so the Grizzlies really came to play. You know what the problem is? Sometimes young teams like that, they'll really get ahead of themselves. Like, oh, the game's already over. That's exactly what you saw. They outscored them 38-19 in the first quarter. Then the second quarter, the Spurs get them 30-18. It's a whole nother game then. They actually almost come back and cover the spread. So I guess 4.5 in theory, late spread, Spurs did cover. So it's tough, man. If you had Grizzlies -4.5, a bunch of late free throws missed by Ja Morant. But damn good game. 2 really good games yesterday. I'm just glad that we're getting back to actual basketball again where teams are coming to play defensively. So enough for me, my guys. Let's get to today's game. Pacers versus Wizards. We had the Wizards laying 3.5 here. A little surprised, to be honest with you, especially seeing the way that the Pacers smacked up the Hornets to put up 144 points. So, I mean, you have the losing team coming in here that's laying the favor here, Jordan. What you think about this one, my guy? What your Pacers some ballers now?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that a little bit on the show yesterday, but I mean, you got to look at this 3.5, I think, speculatively, at least for a little bit on the Washington side, simply because, like you said, it's the losing team versus the winning team. The losing team is favored. I think that's at least a little bit of momentum in the Pacers' favor. But that being said, if they're going to get a healthy Bradley Beal in this game. It's going to be very tough without Karis LeVert. Like obviously I overreacted a lot to the Karis LeVert injury, and when they played the Hornets, that really didn't matter. I think the longer they stay in the playoffs, the more obvious that his absence is going to be here, which looks to be, even if they win this game, it's probably going to be a game or two in the first round here. So I'm not ready to say that the Pacers are a value here, plus 3.5. I will say this: I think they're going to have a lot of offensive success here because I don't think Washington's going to be able to match up to them pound for pound, other than maybe in the backcourt. Outside of that, the front court matchup I think is very much still advantage Indiana. I think that's going to play at least early on in the ball game. I don't know about late, and so my play for this one is I got the Pacers team total over 29.5 in the first quarter. They've been the 5th best first quarter offense in the league this year. Wizards subsequently been bottom like 25th, 26th in the league in first quarter defense. We know on the road the Pacers have been a different team. They've been a very good first quarter team on the road this year. And I think the pace, if the Wizards want to push the envelope of this Pacers team, they're going to be playing, I think, right into their hands. This is going to be interesting to see how I think these two teams come out. I don't know if the defense is going to play all 4 quarters. I'm kind of hoping it lags a little bit to start the game here with the Pacers, or at least for the Washington side of things. So I like the Pacers to get to 30 here more in the first quarter.
Junior, what you think about that, my guy? Do you think that just the way you're looking at the game, Junior, obviously the Wizards coming off a loss, Pacers coming off that big win, maybe could be a little too high on themselves. Do you think the Wizards come out here more motivated to start this game, my guy?
So I'm probably actually going to bet first quarter over. Jordan literally Jordan just talked me into betting the first quarter over because my official play is Wizards first quarter -1. I watched I just actually watched the Boston Wizards game this morning, like super early in the morning when I woke up, just to try and get a better idea because I didn't really watch the game live when it happened. And I think that if, Bradley Beal, because people say he played terrible, but he didn't really play terrible. The second quarter, he actually looked pretty good. Mm-hmm. He was going to the basket pretty strong. I think he kind of regretted that first quarter dunk where he went up and dunked it, and then he was like holding his hamstring afterwards. It was kind of in his head a little bit. But he's definitely feeling the effects, right? Because he only took 2 free throws in the whole game, and that's kind of a sign that he's kind of settling and not being as aggressive as he could be. I think at home, in a do-or-die situation in front of your home fans, mm-hmm. I just think they'll just get a little extra energy, at least to start the game. I don't want to underestimate Indiana after what we've seen from them in the last couple of weeks. I think it would be foolish to pretend that we're not seeing what we're seeing, which is why Jordan's bet is actually a pretty good one. This series has been one of the craziest series in the NBA. In 3 games, these teams are combining 272 points a game. That's really fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. That's like an all-star game total. Mm-hmm. And that's the average in 3 games. So these teams are burning it up. I just think that the reason I'm not in the over, well, first of all, you see the steam, the sharp money is on the under because it's going to be
a full game for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the full game, the fourth quarter, you have to figure they're going to slow that pace down. But I think the first half total is worth a look. Jordan literally just talked me into the first quarter over. You know what? I'm making it official because as soon as I get off, I'm going to go put my money on. So official Wizards first quarter because I just think they bounce back. They only scored 100 points in the last game. And I really think that you get a better Bradley Beal, a focused Russell Westbrook. And I think they'll just make shots because they're at home and in an environment where they kind of say, okay, well, we got that punch from the Celtics. Exactly. We've already beaten the Pacers 3 times, so we have no fear of this team. Doesn't mean they'll win the game, but I think they'll come out with confidence, with belief, and just play better than they did last game. So first quarter Wizards and the over. Thank you, Jordan.
Is that, what bodes well for the Wizards as well is that they're playing, in theory, like a worse defensive team. So it's something I always like to look at. The Celtics are obviously, you got Marcus Smart out there. Like, he's better defensively than anybody on the Pacers, if you ask me. I mean, I know Brogdon's not a bad defender, whatever, but he is coming back off injury or whatever. Yeah, he's not 100%. So you got Brogdon, which you can't really tell when he shoots because that's just how Brogdon – it's like, damn, bro, is your leg hurt or is this just how you shoot? But that's just how Brogdon shoots. But him and Beal – equally are not 100%, but I'm with you, Junior. I think the Wizards come out here hot. I think they're the not necessarily more motivated team. Obviously, the Pacers want to get in the playoffs as well, but they are coming a bit off of a high. I mean, you score 144 points against a team that just didn't come to play from the get-go. So, I mean, you're on a high. You think you're nice. You think that you're bagged defensively, everything. And the Hornets are just not the same thing that the Wizards are going to bring Wizards they have a couple of a two-headed snake, two superstars who can, you know what I'm saying, defer off of each other. You have a guy like Gafford who's coming off the bench. I don't know if you guys have been watching, but Gafford can guard 1 through 5, literally. Like, I might even start Gafford and put him on Sabonis or something. The guy is a baller. Ever since they've gotten him, the Wizards, that's when they've been made that jump, guys. I like the Wizards come out here motivated. I think I'm gonna split up a unit. I was already gonna go Wizards first half -1.5. I'm gonna put half on the Wizards first half and the other half on. I'm gonna ride with Junior on that first quarter because I think Wizards come out here and so the past couple of games they played this month, they were winning at the first half as well. So one time on the road, one time at the house. They're at the house, off a loss, playoff game, like you say, got some fans in there, juice you up. Russell Westbrook, Bill. I mean, these guys been waiting for this a while. So at least the Pacers went to the playoffs last year. Wizards want to get in there. They want to make some noise. They know that they've been playing up to this point for this exact same reason, for this game. Give me Wiz first half, and I'm gonna ride with my guy Junior as well. -1 first quarter, -1.5, my guys. First half. I like it.
Jay,
I like them Wiz kids. What's up, Junior?
I just wanted to say that's how y'all watching the show know that Jay's sharp, because one of the reasons I try to get up and watch some of these games whenever I have a chance to is to notice the little things like Gafford. Gafford was out there balling, bro. He's catching lobs. He's guarding literally 1 through 5. And Jay just said something that I was thinking when I made this play. You got to get Gafford in there early on Sabonis, because Domantas Sabonis on the season, bro, is against the Wizards, is averaging 32 points, 14 rebounds, and 9 assists. You got to slow that down. Like, there's no way around that. So, you guys watching this game, just pay attention to something that Jay just said. Gafford on Sabonis is going to be a big-time matchup for the Wizards in this game.
Yeah, and Lynn, in theory, Jordan, Lynn matches up better with Goga. What you think about that? I mean, I know you know this team a whole lot more. They got Goga coming off the bench. You got Sabonis starting. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Sabonis starting at the 5. I do think they will come, like, they can maybe do that against the Hornets. Wizards are a bit different team, my guy. I mean, you got Hachimura, you got Lynn, and you have Gafford. But I think Gafford should be the starting center. But yeah, we need him out there on Sabonis. What you think about that?
I am still mad as a Bulls fan that we let Daniel Gafford go, man. That just you guys talking about Tom. I mean, and you're right, because it's like there's been like him and Wendell Carter have like blossomed since they got away from that team, and Gafford has been playing. You're right, exceptional minutes, and their defensive improvement has come mostly with him in there. And now you're right, they have options to throw at Sabonis, right? Like they at least have guys that, like you said, Lynn and Lopez, that can just rack up fouls, and just put him on the free throw line. I mean, but Lynn is going to be there. If Lynn's in there, it's going to be to pull Sabonis away from the basket to keep him from getting rebounds, because that's going to be, like I said, I think where the Pacers had the advantage in the last game, they're going to still have that advantage, I think, in the rebounding department here tonight. So that'll be crucial. And then, like you said, I think Hachimura versus Brissett/Doug McDermott is going to be one of the crucial matchups of this game, because if you said it, like, if Brogdon's not able to bring the offense, they're going to have to find it in other places outside of just Sabonis and McDermott. So they're going to have to bring, kind of some of these other guys in and run some plays for them. So yeah, you're right. I mean, it's whether or not these ancillary guys kind of come to play tonight, I think, is going to be the deciding factor, at least on the spread side of this game. I'm kind of hoping, like I said earlier, that a lot of these guys have good matchups and exploit those good matchups early, and then they adjust, and maybe the defense comes later. So I'm hoping, for Junior and I's sake especially, that doesn't happen in the first quarter.
Exactly. Yeah, I hope the Wiz go off on them boys, man. Give me first quarter -1. Then I'm gonna go with first half -1.5. That's what I like. I lean Wiz full game as well. The fact that it's at 3.5, I think, is very strong. I mean, you see how the Pacers look. You see how the Wizards, they coming off a loss, and then they favored by 3.5. So I like for them to come out high. They're at the house. I like for them to come motivate, like you say. I mean, it is a little bit troublesome that the Pacers are on 3 against them this year, but still, I think that's for a reason. I think the Wizards play a lot harder than them right now. I think the Pacers coming off a high. They think they're nice. This isn't the Hornets, man. I think the Wizards really will be ready to play, and they have some guys with some playoff experience in this game as well. And like I said, they play light years better defense than the Hornets as well. So Wizards facing, in theory, a weaker defense, and the Pacers are going up against a better defense, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens, but I'll go with it. If I lose, I lose. Can't be afraid to lose. Give me Wiz first quarter, Wiz first half, my guys. Y'all ready to get to the next game, Jordan? Your boys. I know Jordan ready to get to them Grizzlies versus Warriors, my guys. Them Grizz. Yeah, it's going to be a damn good game as well. Well, we have another one. where they're favored by 3.5. Almost the exact same situation, guys. The loser that's coming in out the the first play-in game, and the winner is the dog. So I mean, obviously some home court in there, Junior, as well. But we'll go to you first, Junior. What you think about this game? Warriors laying 3.5, almost a carbon copy of the Wizards and Pacers game.
I'm a flip it on y'all right now. Wizards, Warriors. 2-team money line parlay plays plus 160 bucket because I've already done it. Yeah, I already did it. I did it early this morning. I was thinking about this long and hard. I don't really see a situation where the Warriors took the Lakers, basically right down to the end of the fourth quarter. LeBron Cruz, aka LaCaprio James, the actor, talking about, I saw 3 rims and a shot of the middle one. Bro, you got poked in the eye, little finger, and calm down.
I saw 3 rims.
You heard him say that nonsense, bro? This guy kills me, this actor. But that was a great shot by LeBron. But the reality is, if you're the Warriors, you go back in the locker room where you're like, we were right there. Like, we're literally right there. We are a playoff team. We deserve to be in the playoffs. Steph wants to be in the show. He's not ready to go home. He's still ready to put on the show. And I think against the Grizzlies, he's going to look at Ja Morant and be like, all right, Ja, you got me athletically, but you don't know, you're not ready for all these tricks I got in the bag. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I love Ja Morant. I'm a huge fan of his game. But when I looked at him last night, I was like, he's still got a lot of work to do, bro. Like, he can't make a shot. Like, he can't make an outside shot. And in the playoffs, that's always going to be a problem. It's always going to be a problem. He'll be able to figure things out because he seems like a really smart player, a pass-first guard, which I actually really appreciate considering how athletic he is and how much he can get to the basket. But I got to lean Warriors here all the way. Their experience, their defense. The Grizzlies did not really convince me yesterday. They played well. They played well, but I'm not all the way convinced. When I saw them with that huge lead, I was just kind of like, if they go on and blow these guys out, then I might have to roll with the Grizzlies. But the way San Antonio was able to come back, and it didn't really take long for them to come back. They literally came back in the second quarter and made it a game. And I was like, you see what I'm saying? Like, the Grizzlies are pretty fortunate, in my opinion, to have gotten away with that. I don't think they're going to beat the Golden State Warriors, but I will give them this respect. I think they possibly could cover the spread and keep it close. I just think the Warriors' experience is going to push them through. So I'm riding with the Warriors money line.
Yeah, and I saw some last night with the Warriors as well. Curry didn't even get a shot through the first 6 minutes of the game, maybe 4 or 5 minutes, but he was deferring to everybody else. And I kind of forgot. I'm like, they still got Andrew Wiggins that can literally possibly take over games. So people kind of forget about it. Oh, we had to stop Curry. We got to stop Curry. Bazemore might hit a few threes. Then you got to go out there on them. And Wiggins can get to the basket, shoot threes, all that. Like, we can't forget. And we can't forget how much money he gets paid. He's like a mini superstar in this league. Draymond Green going to be playing hard, always going to be playing hard. So they're coming off a tough game. And with Junior, they have to be looking at we can hang with anybody. And the problem with Ja Morant was he had DeJounte Murray on him locking up. So it is a little bit different. Curry's not necessarily that defensive star where Morant might actually give him some buckets on the other end. But we know Curry with them threes, you got to double team him. So this is one where I don't think Curry, he's like, fuck this. I'm shooting 23s, Jordan. What you think about this one, my guy? You taking the points with your guys or what you looking at?
I was just going to say, I think you're going to see a ton of cross-matching on the guard side of things. There's going to be times where Ja and Curry are guarding each other, but like you guys basically both said, I don't think either of them want really the other end on the defensive end of the other one. So I think you're going to see a lot of Dylan Brooks on Curry to start out with. They're going to try to hide Ja, and I think similarly, I don't know if Curry's going to be right out on Ja Morant most of the game. That being said, I don't think I'm ready to take the points here with the Grizzlies for the simple fact of I can't remember which one. I think it was Junior just mentioned. The experience factor is going to play so hard in this game with not only on the court, but Taylor Jenkins versus Steve Kerr it's over in my opinion. Taylor Jenkins proved to me in that last game that there's going to be some growing pains in his playoffs when he runs up against a coach that's kind of has the more experience in the playoffs and the players that have the experience in the playoffs especially. And I think this game's kind of going to be one of those avenues. And one of the things Junior just mentioned too, I think one of the things I noticed with Ja in last night especially was he really didn't look confident even when he was wide open beyond the 3-point line. He hesitated. He fumbled one shot that he ended up taking after he was like wide open for 3 seconds and ended up missing. Like, it's just there's a ton of hesitancy in his game, and in that aspect alone. I think everything else with him is come along like pretty well over the second year, but that's the one thing that the Warriors are going to be able to exploit, I think. And if they're sagging off of him and not allowing him to get everybody else involved, which he's been very adept at doing, it's going to be trouble for a Grizzlies offense here. Like you guys mentioned, Dre is going to be all over Jaren Jackson Jr. They're not going to have that advantage like they did here in the first play-in game. Just a lot of things not lining up here for me. That being said, this is kind of a coin flip spread here. So I think for me, if I have a play on this one, it's going to be on the under. It's a lean currently. But if these games continue to be played like they have been, you're going to see scoring basically plummet in the second half unless there's a big lead for one of these two teams, which I don't think is going to happen at all in this game. This one's going down to the wire. Unless Curry's going off for crazy amount of points or from early and often, I think this comes down to the last possession or last couple of possessions of this game. So lean under, no official for me right now. But definitely hard for me to fade either one of these teams for sure on the spread. I'm certainly laying off that side of things.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I have a heavy lean to under as well. Obviously, so the Grizzlies have pretty much shown. So the Warriors, we know that it's possible they can play some defense with it, because what we're seeing is, guys, it's turned into playoff type basketball. You're not really getting that running and gunning, which the Grizzlies tried to start running and gunning with the Spurs, but the Spurs decided to slow it down. I want to say something real quick about that, because the coach, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Curry as a coach. I do think he's one of those coaches where the team is pretty much carrying him. Not a big fan of Curry. I don't see that in him making certain coaching changes, stuff like that. I think it's all about the team. So the Grizzlies, obviously Taylor Jenkins, he could have got out-coached by Popovich. I mean, he's the oldest coach in the league right now. And I had to do some research on this guy, Taylor Jenkins. I'm like, he 50, 60 years old, man. Look up, this guy 36 years old, man. She's just crazy as hell. But I'll be honest, I do think that he's a better coach than the Warriors. The Grizzlies are pretty stacked. You look at them now, they got Jaren Jackson Jr. back. They have a bench that comes to play as well. So it's gonna be a damn good game. If I had to, it's so tough, man. I do think this is a toss-up type game, one that you look for in play. Just guys, you could have gotten on Spurs plus 16 yesterday. We could have got Lakers at money line like plus. I got a plus 105, but I'm pretty sure you could have got like plus 130 when they were down double digits, or probably even higher than that. So maybe this is the time for those in plays, guys. I think that Spurs plus 16 was just like a gift right there, guys. But we see Grizzlies get super high and they let their foot off the gas. You can't do that versus the Warriors, my guys. So I will say I do think they match up really well with the Warriors. It's just, can they stop Steph? That's the team basically. You make everybody else beat you. I'm triple teaming him, to be honest with you. I guess if I had to make a lean right now, it'd probably be Grizzlies plus the 3.5. They did kind of get botched from last year, you know what I'm saying, the play-in tournament or whatever. They lost their game. So I think that they really want to try and get into the playoffs this year. Warriors, they had their time. I know Steph's probably one of the best shooters in the league. You know what I'm saying? They still got Draymond, but I do think the Grizzlies they could possibly upend them here. If you guard Steph has a bad night, I keep saying it, they will lose this game for sure. So lean Grizzlies, but I hadn't got there yet. I might look for in play on this type of game, man. And obviously it's not till tomorrow, so may come up with something, my guy. But Junior, what you thinking? Any last thoughts on this game, my guy?
Nah, for me it's a sprinkle. I got it at plus 160, right? Warriors. And Wizards. I didn't really want to get too involved in this game because I do agree with you that I think that there is value in the Grizzlies plus the points, which is, I'm basically saying, is going to be a close game. I really only just feel like the Warriors experience is going to carry them through. I don't want to be that guy, but you saw how. And people, please don't think I'm complaining. This is just me observing. Some real iffy calls yesterday. I think the Grizzlies are really going to have a hard time getting the benefit of the referee's whistle in a close game against the Warriors. That's just what I think.
Yeah, that's interesting. Got to see who reffing, man. Scott Foster or something?
Did you hear Grant Hill? Dog, when I was watching, it's funny you say that. This morning, I'm watching the Celtics-Wizards game. Something gets called, and Grant Hill goes, "Was that Scott Foster?" And he laughs. I'll send you the clip. I'm going to record it. I'll send you the clip. Even Grant Hill couldn't help himself, bro. He was like, was that Scott Foster? And he laughed. And he probably was like, oh, shit, I shouldn't have said that.
If Scott Foster was in there, he said it on TV?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
Marv. So look, speaking of that, Marv was struggling. Oh, my God.
If there was the case, I like the Wizards even more. I like how can I put this in a good way? When a team is coming off an unfair game, I guess you could say, I like them in the next game. So I'll just give you that angle right there. When it's an unfair, it's kind of it's an average where it has to go back up. I think the next game will be fair or even in their favor. You see what I'm saying? So Wiz for me early. Everybody in the chat, not everybody, but guys, I see they're saying in the chat they like Pacers money line max bet. That's their sense. So they with Jordan over there. Maybe they're in Indiana right now. They over there in Indianapolis or something right now, right down the street from Jordan. Like, yeah, we'll go Pacers. See what I'm saying? We'll see, my guys. They played the way that they did last game. Maybe the Pacers are back. You know what I'm saying? Then they just go into the playoffs and get 4-0 or something, get swept. But like I say, the way the Wizards been playing, guys, I mean, they already pretty much own the Pacers this year. That's even with LeVert. Maybe Brogdon and them weren't playing, but still, I still think top to bottom, like 1 through 8, I think the Wizards can match up well with these guys. They're coming off a loss. They're in their home arena. Fans cheering like they're not in the playoffs yet, but this is a playoff game. I gotta take Wizards. I don't have to, but I'm taking Wizards here early, first quarter, first half. I like it, my guys. We'll see what happens at halftime. Maybe make it a second half play, but I like the Wizards here to come out. It's the more motivated team. They're the team that's coming off the loss. They're the team that's more pissed off here. You see what I'm saying? Give me them Wiz kids, man. I think I got some Sour Patches around this motherfucker somewhere. Jordan, what you like it today, man?
Yes, and Wiz also have the 2 best players on the floor. That plays a lot in the playoffs, especially
better defense as well.
Especially if they're both, like healthy and everything's fine with Beal. So yeah, I tend to agree with you a little bit. I just can't fade the guys today. But yeah, I got Pacers team total first quarter over 29.5. I think I'm gonna ride with Junior on that first quarter over at 60 as well in this game. But nothing for me. Tomorrow, Friday, as of yet, lead on the under, though, that 222.
Got you. Junior, what you were saying Marv Allen is struggling. He the one that's retiring, right? That's why he forgetting people names and shit out there, Junior? Well, he on that gas.
He was calling out the starting lineup. He's calling out the start. First of all, he started the game. He goes, the Celtics coming into this game taking on and then he had to look down, and he was like, the Wizards.
Retired
and then
today.
he started reading out the lineup, and he was like, Bradley Beal with his backcourt mate. So anyway, he couldn't remember Westbrook's name. I was like,
oh, damn.
But think about it. This dude is doing Knicks broadcasts in the 60s. So
yeah,
shout out to him. I grew up watching Jordan, as did a lot of people. And if you go look at any Jordan highlight, it's basically Marv Albert's voice calling out the play. So he's just a big part of NBA history. He's definitely the best broadcaster of all time, in my opinion, in the NBA. So shout out to him. I don't mean to disrespect him, but it's hard to watch him struggle like that, though.
Gotcha. Yeah, you gotta know when to hang it up. You dig what I'm saying? Last year was 2020. It was a good solid year. It's a good time to just go ahead and hang it up. But I guess he wanted to go one more year or something, man. But maybe a little bit more extra retirement money or something. But Junior, what's your official plays again?
Wizards -1 over first quarter. It's at 60 now, so I'm over on the first quarter. And then a little sprinkle on a money line parlay, Wizards Warriors.
Got you, man. Yeah, I need them. I like them Wizards too, man. Give me Wiz first quarter -1. Give me Wiz first half -1.5. Just going half unit on both. I do like them though. I do like them to cash. I like them to come out hot, better with defense intensity, all type of intensity, tenacity, sense of urgency. All of them C's, the end with the C's, all it, man. So yeah, give me the Wizards here, first quarter, first half. That's my plays for today, man. Nothing up for me yet on Grizzlies Warriors. Still got 24 hours. Might wait a little bit more than 24 hours. Might make a play on that one. For now, I'm leaning Grizzlies +3.5. I do think they match up really well, and I think they really want to get in the playoffs, my guys. So lean Grizzlies, but I really like Wizards first quarter, first half. Come out hot, man. I know Bill not 100%. I just need like 60% Bill to come out there. You know what I'm saying? Get 20 points or something, man. But let's cash today, my guys. That's the show, man. Make sure you guys go to sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out the articles, the NBA content we have. This is my first SBR show in the new house. Hopefully we go 2-0 today, man. Start off nice. Feel lucky over here. This is the spot Got my own office now, man. It ain't no more neighbors bullshitting on all that, man. Hey, let's get it going. Let's get it going, my guy. Them my guys. It's my guy Junior Browne. Go and follow him on Twitter. It's my guy Jordan Sharp. Follow him on Twitter as well, man. We'll be back on Saturday. Obviously, no show tomorrow. We put that into today's. So we'll be back Saturday. 4 games. I can't wait. Bucks versus Heat, man. It's gonna be a nice series, guys. Bucks finna smack them boys up, man. It's not the same thing last year, man. But I won't tell you too much. Y'all come back on Saturday, man. Appreciate everybody for watching. Hit the like and subscribe. We're gone.